Well, social entrepreneurship is very important to us because we see that the challenges we all face, be it corporates, be it social entrepreneurs or governments or institutions, are super complex. And we need to partner across with people who put the challenge in the center to really look at new ways of solving them and preferably ways to find interventions to shift systems, to transform systems and to shift power so that growing inequalities will not be growing anymore.
How companies are very necessary in order for us to accomplish this mission, because we're targeting a system change in the companies. And every individual that's inside of there that needs to have a different look, a different perspective, and that they see that they are necessary and able to make the workplace more inclusive, more equitable, more diverse.
Bringing together social entrepreneurs and the corporate sector can only be a win-win. On the one hand, social entrepreneurs receive external perspectives, thought partnership, they can gain useful insights and may even exit the program with valuable connections that they did not have before. There is a lot of value for the co-workers as well. So they get immersed into social entrepreneurship, into systems change. Many of them use the frameworks and even the tools that they have from the program in their day-to-day work.
Values, you need to believe in what we're doing here. And I think that IKEA is a very value-driven company, and that's why I work for IKEA. We share the values of, sustainability, equality, inclusiveness, and all of that. And it's not only words; it's actually doing what you're meaning. So I think that's a great thing about a collaboration like this. But I also think it gives the company, it gives co-workers trust and motivation to stay in the company. It gives you a proudness as a co-worker to work for IKEA, and I think that would benefit also other companies for sure.
It's a reality check, which is very powerful. You are in contact with what is really happening in the social field, and it is very easy to connect with the little piece that you bring into that impact. So it's really rewarding. You feel terrific in that sense.
And when you see that happens, that's a moment when you think, okay, this is why we are doing this. And many of my colleagues, IKEA co-workers, they bring that back and see that there are other ways of doing things, and there's other ways of looking at the world.
And that's how we started. If you see Ingvar, he started locally in a small enterprise, and how then it has become a flourished business. And what we now have learned being in the company for some years, to share that competence and to sort of see the synergies. I would say it's a two-way process.
For me, it was very beneficial to learn, to be open to what they're doing, to learn, and at the same time contribute and coach and even challenge the social entrepreneur.
The social vision that they have was super inspiring for me. The upscaling activity that they are doing too, and supporting disadvantaged women in their society, that I find super inspiring. I take those visions that they have back to my everyday life, and also trying to practice that in my everyday living.
I think IKEA can learn a lot from social enterprises. We're very big, but we're also quite slow sometimes, and we can be a little bit scared to try new things and take risks, whereas the social enterprises are on board with trying anything and really, learning through experimenting. And I think that mindset could really get us a long way.
My biggest learning from that experience was to realize what a fortune we have, that we have so many great competence within our building, so much influence to actually make a difference, and by being inspired by them, by very short actually do a big difference, and how we can learn to actually use our strength to actually create those movements as well. So super inspired.
And we can't all work on carbon offset or sustainability related issues, but we can all get better at being compassionate or being present or being long-term orientated. And through that, we influence each other, both in corporate world and in NGOs, to be better at solving complex issues.
If we were to harvest all the potential and all the power of all corporations worldwide, we could solve all the problems that we're struggling with like this. So my encouragement to corporate actors is to form units where they can channel all of that energy back into this undergrowth of amazing change makers that you find everywhere worldwide.